Tell my best friend back around Christmas that I have feelings for her. She cries while turning me down, pushing her huge boobs against me as she hugs me for about half an hour, apologizing over and over and telling me we'll always be friends. We've stayed best friends. The other day while I'm at her apartment, she randomly walks up to me while I'm on the couch and kisses me on top of the head, telling me, I couldn't help kissing you. You just look so cute and sweet sitting there. I've been talking on the phone more often, up to 6 hours sometimes, with her always being the one to call me. Yesterday I asked her if her feelings for me are changing. She said that no, the kiss was just a platonic one and she enjoys talking to me so much because we're friends. Turned me down a second time when I'd raised my own hopes fairly high. I kind of want to die. Be me, baseball game. I'm up to bat, bases loaded, our team is down 3-0. I swing as hard as I can and the ball goes flying. My coach starts yelling at me to run. I'm so excited about the hit that I throw my bat. It hits him right in the thigh, connecting with his left ball. He ends up on the ground screaming. Fast forward 14 years, I'm working at a sit-down pizza restaurant / bar. I see my old baseball coach at the bar and I go up to him excited. He sees me and laughs, tells all his friends while laughing, this is the kid that hit my nuts with a baseball bat by accident. His friends laugh, I laugh. Hope your balls are doing well, coach. If you ever need someone to empty them, I'm right here. 10-year-old high school reunion is tomorrow on Sunday. I've been working out and bodybuilding every day for the past 8 years. High school bully that tormented me for 4 years has gotten skinny fat from not exercising and doing an office job. Now I tower 4 inches over him and I have about 100 pounds of muscle mass over him. He's been posting on Facebook about how him and his wife and kids are excited about meeting all of their friends again. Coming from another state to attend tomorrow. The tables have turned. Now I am the bully. Be me in 2015. Working a late night gas station shift with the bro. Literally 2 customers in 6 hours kind of night. Dude comes in and has to take a shit. You hear violent moaning from the bathroom for like 10 consecutive minutes. He comes out of the bathroom and grabs a water and 5 different anti-diarrhea medications. Looks me dead in the eye and says, it's a shitty world out here. Homie and I bust out laughing and he joins in. I love my freaking job. Be me. Always felt like the family was keeping some big secret, like I'm the last person on earth to know the truth or something. One day I'm chilling in my room minding my own business. Suddenly hear my parents whispering in the living room. Ears perk up like a cat. Can't help but listen in, super curious. Hear snippets like, he's going to find out and we can't let him know. Panic.jpg. Think they're about to drop some bombshell about my real identity or some dark family history. Heart racing like I'm in a horror movie. Gather my courage, bust into the room. What are you hiding from me? Both of them jump like they saw a ghost. Mom looks like a deer in headlights. Dad just stares at me. Awkward silence fills the air. Sweating bullets just waiting for the truth to be revealed. They exchange looks like I just declared war or something. Finally, Dad speaks up, shaking a little. Surprise birthday party? Oh.jpg. They tell me they were just planning a surprise for my upcoming birthday. Face palms all around. Feeling like the biggest idiot in the world. Realized I was freaking out over a cake and some balloons. My face when I thought I was adopted or part of some cult. Family laughs it off, but I can tell they're relieved. Now I gotta act all excited for the party when I was just freaking out. Best surprise party ever, I guess. Learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes it's just cake, bro. Never doubt the fam again. My face when I still bloom like a flower on my birthday. Psychiatrist asks what I enjoy doing. Tell him I like doing image edits. He asks if I ever post them. I tell him I do and that they're used by other people and potentially seen millions of times, but it's all posted anonymously. He gets really interested and asks to see. I show him over 100 original Pepe edits. Said he's seen the character before. Next session, him and 2 other psychiatrists are in the room. Says he invited them to help me. They ask more about my memes. Show them my Greentexts, which were reposted by Redditors and get tens of thousands up to millions of views. Show them my original memes that have know your meme pages or big online presences. They're recording me and taking notes the whole time through. Get uncomfortable and don't book a follow-up appointment. Doctor has offered to cover all further sessions and meet with me 3 times a week as a case study. Be me, stuck in a 9 to 5 matrix. Every day is the same dull grind. Commute, boss breathing down neck, fake smiles. One day I have epiphany. That face when realize I'm living someone else's dream. Decide to escape the matrix. No more waking up at 6 a.m. for the soul-sucking job. Time to hustle and grind 24/7. Start with side gigs. Flipping stuff on Craigslist. Learn how to trade stocks like a madman. Spend nights watching YouTube hustlers instead of sleeping. My eyes are like 2 bloodshot ping pong balls. Start making cash slowly but surely. Boss asks me to work overtime. Tell him I'm too busy being self-employed. Watch him shatter like glass. Every day is a grind now. Make my own schedule, wake up when I want. My coffee tastes like victory. Friends are confused, think I'm insane. Anon, stop working so hard, you'll burn out. My face when I'm just getting started. Frantically learn about passive income. Real estate, crypto, everything's a hustle. Spend weekends networking instead of napping. Eventually stack so much cash, leave the matrix behind for good. No more office politics or pointless meetings. Chilling in my pajamas, making cash while I sleep. That face when I realize I've become the hustler I used to envy. My face when I see normies stuck in 9 to 5s and just chuckle. They'll never know the sweet taste of freedom. Thank you, grind set. Hustle mode activated. Never looking back. Feels good, man.exe. First date. Ask her what's her favorite dinosaur. I don't know, Stegosaurus maybe? Explain why she's wrong for the next 2 hours. Study a foreign language in secret. Study really hard for a couple years. Vocabulary, grammar, the whole 9 yards. Never tell a soul. Hide all your resources for target language. Talk with native speakers using alternate Skype/Discord, but never tell them about your life so as not to trace back to you. Become a master of this language. One day go to a public place like grocery store. Pretend to slip, fall, faint. When you come to, only speak in your target language and act like you don't understand English anymore. Be me, high school senior, life is hell, constantly bullied by this jock named Chad. He thinks he's the king of the world just because he lifts and plays sports. Graduate, finally feel free of that nightmare. Go to college, start thriving, surrounded by cool people and making new friends. Fast forward a few years, got a decent job making bank. Feeling good about life, still ruminating on that time in high school. Decide to hit a party to celebrate the new promotion. Walk in, vibe is solid. Suddenly see someone across the room. It's Chad, looking like a total mess, wearing a faded gym shirt and cheap jeans. Realization hits. He's working a dead-end job doing manual labor. His hairline is receding like a bad tide. While I'm genuinely successful and happy, he spots me. You can see the panic in his eyes. He tries to play it cool, but it's a terrible act. Make my way over, heart racing but not with fear. Bring that smug smile I've practiced. Hey Chad, what's up? Still throwing people into lockers? You can hear crickets, silence as the party pauses. He awkwardly laughs, but it feels like a punchline. My friends start gathering around, sensing the tension. I can feel the weight of high school vanish in that moment. Everyone's looking at him like he's a joke. Chad's face goes red faster than a tomato. Realize I'm finally free from his shadow. He stammers something about working hard and life choices. Can't help but feel a little sorry for him. And also, that face when I actually feel bad for someone who made my life hell. Decide to leave him hanging, walk away with my crew. My face when this is the lowest point in his life while I'm thriving. Never thought I'd win this showdown years later. Feels good, man.jpg. Life is weird, man. Be me. Walking down the street. Headphones blasting the latest Death Grips album. See some old geezer struggling to carry 3 bags of groceries like they're trying to bench press the whole damn aisle. Feels bad, man. This ain't the way to live. Gotta be a good boy. Offer to help. Old geezer looks like they're about to cry tears of joy. Oh, bless you, young man. You're an angel. They proceed to tell me their life story, which involves a cat named Mitten and a really bad hip. End up walking them all the way to their house. Feel like a goddamn marathon. They insist on giving me something in return. A token of my gratitude, they say. Nah man, no need, I just felt like being a decent human being for once. They still insist, shoving a crumpled $5 bill into my hand. Take it, it's the least I can do, you've made my day. Sigh, take the money feeling like a saint. Walk away feeling like a goddamn hero. Maybe I'm not as edgy as I think I am after all. Buy a bag of gummy bears with the $5, eat them all in one sitting. Still feel good about myself. Maybe this is the start of a new, more wholesome me. Or maybe I'm just a sucker for a good sob story. Whatever, it's gummy bear time and those are delicious. Tech support horror thread, tech support horror thread. Share your stories. Be me. Work at mid-sized software company. IT support. Some new guy gets a job as a programmer. Claims he has worked at very big projects before. Can't name them. Fast forward 2 weeks. Calls me and claims his computer's crashing every few minutes. Walk up to his desk and watch him work until it crashes again. Have a Linux on a stick with me at all times. Boot it up. Ask him if he's been visiting any kind of not so legit websites. No man, I'm clean. Get sweaty and nervous once I browse through personal files. Downloads folder has multiple zips with cryptic names inside them. I don't know man, they were always there. One of them is 10360 gigabytes big. Opening it takes about 10 minutes. Tons of folders with Russian names. All of them are filled with videos of sheeps being shaved for whatever reason. Come home from work. Dad's sitting on the laptop. He looks weird, was holding his breath. Greet him and sit down. He suddenly releases a gargantuan amount of smoke into the air, literally the most smoke I've ever seen. Hi son. He starts laughing and I look at his laptop. There's a Google search up for horny Doritos. WTF, Dad. Run upstairs and hide in my room. Fast forward 2 hours. Knock on my door and Dad is there with 2 tickets to Bangkok. Boys only trip, son. No moms allowed. How do I tell my dad I don't want to go with him without hurting his feelings? Never ask anyone out. Never get rejected. Basically irresistible. Haha, who's the Chad now? Everyone at the grandparents' house for Christmas. Everyone just chilling in the living room together. One cousin starts crying and everyone comforts her as she explains that she just broke up with her boyfriend and this will be her first Christmas alone in a long time. My chick of an aunt loudly says, "Don't worry, at least you aren't like Anon. What does this make Anon? 28th or 29th Christmases alone?" Everyone starts laughing at me, even the crying cousin who's laughing through her tears. I cannot stand this state of affairs anymore. If I do not have someone call out my aunt by next Christmas, I will end myself. One chance at life. Parents name me Beepus. Playing MMO, walk up to random, start jumping, they jump too. It's the little things, lads. Working at McDonald's, kid with his mom brings in an orange and green toy gun. Joke around with him. "Oh, are you a soldier?" Kid looks up at me, points at me. "I'll end you, ugly man." Kids are absolute freaking a-holes. Salt the shit out of his fries and hamburger. Enjoy that, you little prick. Be me. Crime scene investigator of the year 2096. Find some guy whose brain completely shut down. Check his brain activity history chip. See that 3 petabytes of goulash recipes directly downloaded to his brain minutes before he died. WTF. Greentexts are dumb, but F it, I have a story to tell. Me at college, B at library, looking for some books. See a girl sitting at a random table. She's freaking adorable. Dark hair, mesmerizing green eyes. Not the most confident guy, but I think, F it, I'll try. Walk up to her and say a cheesy pickup line. Doesn't respond. "Excuse me?" She notices me, then looks up at me. Does something in sign language. Turns out she's deaf. Excuse myself and turn around defeated. Way too embarrassed to keep the conversation going. Stop myself halfway out the library. Gather up all my courage and walk back. Sit down next to her and write, "You're cute, wanna go out?" on a sticky note. She reads it and looks at me. I smile like a dumbass while she looks me over. She eventually nods and scribbles her number on the note. Her name is Alice. We go out that Friday. We have a great time. Fast forward to a few months later. We're officially dating. Learned sign language for her, getting pretty good at it. The first thing I learned to sign was, "I love you." Fast forward again to yesterday. Today's the day. Me, her mom, brother, and me are sitting at the doctor's office. They gradually turn up her implant. She starts crying because she hears her mom for the first time. I remain silent. Her mom and brother talking to her are crying all the while. Eventually she looks at me. I move closer to her. I tell her something I wanted to say from the day I met her at the library. "I love you." This happened the other day and I still can't believe it. Be me, live with my girlfriend. We live in a decent apartment in a cool part of the city. $1,100 per month for rent. Rent day comes around. She's off work, so I tell her to go drop off rent with the landlord. I get home from work in the afternoon. She's on the couch sobbing. She says that our landlord tries to get her to have sex with him in exchange for not paying the rent. He basically propositioned her to prostitute herself to him. I'm so freaking angry right now. Why the frick wouldn't she just sleep with him? Does she think $1,100 just grows on trees? Help me out, bros. Be me. Friend tells me about eHarmony. Talks about his successes on it. Bored of Tinder and want something more long term, so try it out. Sign up at 2 a.m. drunk and horny. Accidentally set my height as 150 centimeters. Try to change height. Only part of the profile that can't be edited. What? Check my bank. 130 pounds to eHarmony. It signs you up for the year up front and I'm too fucking autistic to realize. My face when I'm paying 130 pounds for all the thoughts in a 50-mile radius to think I'm a 4'9" manlet. Okay, story time. Be me. Had weed a few times, nothing bad happened. Decided to try acid. I know a guy. Hooks me up, go home. Close room door, close blinds. Time to freaking party. Lying on the bed waiting for effects to kick in. Oh frick, there it is, .jpeg. Nothing looks right. Decide to play some old video to see what it's like. Good old Zelda on Wii. After 10 minutes get hungry. Try to leave, door won't open. Find key and unlock door. Need a lot of force, must have been stuck. Go downstairs, see parents on couch, trying to act cool. How's the weather.png? They leave after a while. Success. Make some Nutella toast. Tastes like shit. Sudden urge to evacuate my bowels. Just made it to the toilet before I start erupting. Feels good, man. Decide to sleep. Grab blanket. Clock the F out. Wake up to screaming. Too tired to comprehend. Go back to sleep. Wake up in the hospital. My face went. What actually happened according to my family? Got out of bed and threw the Zelda game case at the wall. Jumped around in front of my TV swinging a spoon like a Wii remote. After an hour of this, I shoved the spoon into the keyhole and threw myself against the door until the lock in my shoulder broke. Went downstairs. Made a variety of facial expressions at parents while saying weather over and over until they left. Went to kitchen to spread Nutella on bare hand and took a bite. Blood trail all the way to my sister's room where I sat on her chair and took a huge dump. Fell asleep wrapped in a rug from the floor when my sister found me 10 minutes later. Parents couldn't look at me for a month. Sister won't talk to me. What's your worst tripping balls experience? Tell me about it. Went to the store on Thursday. Bought a half-gallon jar of pickles. Love me some pickles. Eat one as soon as I get home. Tastes good, man. Bat. So good I decide I'll have a few more. Walk back to my computer and start to work, but the urge is not sated. Not by a long shot. Come back to life-giving pickle jar several more times. Eat several pickles each time. After an hour, the jar is empty. 400% of my daily sodium never tasted so good. 30 minutes later, I hear a churning in my stomach. Not a light rumbling. Sounds like a noise an old tub makes when you're suddenly pulling the drain. Initiate sprint to the bathroom mode. Barely get my ass on the toilet as frickin' waterfall emerges from my a-hole. Never in my life have relief and horror been such close bedfellows. After about 10 seconds of continuous flow, it subsides to a trickle and stops. Toilet water is green and smells like vinegar. Body didn't even try to digest that shit. Clean up and go back to computer, thinking thank God that's over. Not even close. 5 minutes later, the rumbling is back, even louder this time. Sprint to bathroom, lather, rinse, repeat. This happens 5 more fucking times. It's finally all gone. Stomach is concave. I've never had less food inside my body. Completely cleaned out. Cue rumble. Sit on the toilet, but it's different this time. I know there's nothing in there. Shit out a tiny amount of liquid. Immediately feel better. Well, I guess that was just a tiny bit left. That wasn't so bad. All at once, the burning fire of 1,000 young suns sets upon my anal sphincter. I had just shat out pure stomach acid. Frantically wiping my ass to prevent it from melting away like the spaceship floor in Alien. Crawl and shower, turn cold water on full blast, and lie prone while gently sobbing. Eventually towel off and crawl exhausted into bed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sleep for 14 hours. In retrospect, it was all totally worth it. I love me some pickles. Be me, lonely neat with no friends. Spend all day on 4chan. Decide to create an imaginary girlfriend. Name her Aki. She's perfect, like a mix between waifu and real life girlfriend. Said I'm great, always supports my hobbies. Start having full-on conversations with Aki. She's into all the same stuff as me. My face when I show her my video game collection. Wow, Anon, you have the best taste. Let's play together. Feel like the coolest guy in the universe. Friends start noticing I'm not as sad as I used to be. Dude, what's your secret? Just smile and tell them I'm seeing someone. They think I'm finally getting out there. My face when I have to explain Aki is imaginary. They laugh, it's whatever. Aki is always there for me. One day I decide to take it a step further. Draw a picture of Aki, spend hours perfecting it. Look Aki, now you're real. She replies in my head. You're so talented, Anon, I love it. Feel a surge of creativity. Start writing a novel with Aki as my co-author. It gets a little weird when I start having her influence my decisions. Should I apply for that job? She's like, nah, just keep being awesome at home. One day I have a crisis. Aki hasn't said anything in a while. Panic.jpg. Spend 2 days trying to figure out if she's mad at me. Realize I haven't been taking care of myself. Get back on track, start eating better. Aki suddenly returns. I knew you could do it, Anon. Feel like I won the lottery. She's literally my ride or die. My face when I realize I found love in my own way. Friends still don't get it, but now I'm happier than ever. Thanks Aki, my imaginary girlfriend, best relationship ever. That face when you realize it's okay to chill with your imaginary waifu, forever alone, but never lonely. I have somewhat stable social circle in uni. Get along with this one grill. She gives me a book for Christmas that she thinks I would like. For some reason never open it. Weeks go by. She keeps asking about the book. Quickly look up plot summary on wiki so I can pretend I'm reading it. She's visibly annoyed and angry and says you probably never even opened it. Insists that I read it. Our relationship slowly deteriorates. We get our degrees and don't stay in touch. Fast forward 6 years. Find a book while cleaning my apartment. Decide to read it. Find a little romantic note inside about how much I mean to her, etc. My face on book is pretty boring. Be me, on vacation with my girlfriend and her best friend and his girlfriend. There's a mix-up with laundry and all of our clothes are mixed together. Turns out both the boyfriend and I wear the same brand of boxers, so I'm having difficulty picking out mine from his. His girlfriend suddenly starts picking and claiming which boxers are his with stunning accuracy. I ask her how she knows which boxers were his. She shares a look with my girlfriend and they both kinda giggle. His boxers are more worn out is all. Take a look at his boxers and notice they're clearly more stretched out in the groin area than mine. Pick related. I've never been really ashamed of my average size before, but I died a little inside after hearing that. Be me, checking the mail one day, see an envelope with no return address, curiosity.exe activated. Open it up. Inside is a weird cryptic message, full of random numbers and letters. 7B8C3D1E Z5X4Q1P0. Looks like the Da Vinci Code or some shit. Brain starts working overtime. Spend hours trying to decode this masterpiece. Google everything. Number patterns, ciphers, conspiracies. Even consider if this is my calling. Am I the next Sherlock? Finally crack the code. Heart racing. Expect something ancient and powerful. It's just junk mail. There's a typo in the address. My neighbor's name right next to mine. My face when I realize I'm a dumbass. Relief floods over me, but also intense embarrassment. Now I'm the guy who thought junk mail was a secret message. Guess I need to lay off the conspiracy YouTube for a while. Thanks USPS, you made my day. All hail the junk mail oracle. That face one, no secret messages from me. Be beta with no friends. Live alone in shitty apartment. Walk outside one day and see Crow. Crow has one partially white wing. Feed it bread because it's all I have in apartment. Crow keeps coming back for food. One day Crow bring me a shiny bit of trash. Accept offering from Crow. Few months pass. He comes every day. He brings me shit most days. One day Crow doesn't show up. My face when only friend has abandoned me. Weekend passes. Still hasn't come. I watch for him constantly. Monday morning I go to work. See dead crow on side of street near home. Stop and get out. That feeling when it has a partially white wing. See it has been hit by a car. Near beak is some weird bracelet. That feeling when my only friend died trying to get me a gift. That feeling when I have nothing. Be me, at gym. See this unbelievably thick gothic girl. She has a unique style, looks fantastic, great ass, etc. Catch her staring every now and then. We even talk once. I accidentally blow her off because I look kind of scary when I'm tired. Fast forward a few months, I hear a sup from somewhere nearby. I look around, she's looking at me. I automatically assume she meant someone else because nobody ever wants to talk to me. See her a bit later and she's in tears. I still feel like shit, not gonna lie. Be me. Been hitting the gym really hard the past few weeks and feeling beefy. Go to get a physical/flu shot from the doctor. He tells me to take my shirt off. Guess it's pretty clear you aren't afraid of needles, huh? Oh haha, I get comments like that a lot, but I'm actually natural and just have a strict lifting regime. Blank stare.jpg. I was talking about your tattoo. It's very obvious you aren't on steroids. So who crushed your self-esteem this week? Be me. Decide to go on vacation to some foreign country. Spend weeks learning the language, feeling like a total boss. Finally strut into a local restaurant ready to impress. Order food like a pro, or so I thought. Mispronounce a word and accidentally call the waiter a silly goat instead of a delicious dish. Waiter's face goes from bored to furious in a split second. Oh shit.jpg. Panic mode activated. Quickly switch to English and start apologizing like a madman. Thought I was gonna get kicked out or worse. Waiter starts laughing, says it happens all the time. Feeling like an idiot but also relieved. I realize I just made his day a little bit more interesting. He now takes my order with extra sass. Spend the rest of the meal watching him roast other tourists. My face when I learned more from that mistake than all those lessons. Vacation vibe still intact. Lesson learned. Sometimes language fails to make the best memories. 10 out of 10. Would insult another waiter again. Not really cringe, but I have a story from a friend about missing social cues. Walking around town late at night. Reach a guy sitting on the sidewalk. He asked me for money. Sorry man, I don't have any money. I have a knife. Oh, that's okay man, I don't need a knife. Walk away. Don't realize I was getting robbed until later that night. Be me, pizza delivery driver. Be delivering to a house at the same time as mailman. Wave to him. He grins and waves back. We're fellow delivery men. We are brothers. I have a whole week to do an assignment. Wait until the last 4 hours. Have a panic attack and total meltdown because 4 hours isn't enough to do it. Have to try. Do it in 2 hours. Get 95% on the assignment. 1 week to do assignment. Wait until the last 2 hours. Be me. Been dating this girl for like 3 years. Decide it's time to pop the question. Plan the whole thing out. Booked a romantic dinner at the fancy restaurant with a view. Got a custom ring. Wrote a heartfelt speech. Even practiced saying it in the mirror. Day of the proposal. I'm all nervous and excited. We're at the restaurant. Everything is perfect. She's looking beautiful. I'm about to get down on one knee. Get ready to drop the most romantic speech ever. But then, oh my god, did you see that? There's a cat in the bushes. She points to a bush outside the window. I'm like, what the F? It's like a big cat, maybe a lynx. Cool, huh? I'm just staring at her completely dumbfounded. Yeah, it's, cool. I'm trying to get back on track, but she's completely distracted. I bet it's a feral cat. Maybe it has rabies. Oh man, imagine if it bites someone. Maybe they should call animal control. I'm just thinking, this is not going how I planned. Finally, she's done with the cat, and I'm like, okay, so I was about to, she cuts me off again. Actually, speaking of cats, we need to get more cat food. Our cat's been eating all the leftovers and we're running out. Maybe we can get the fancy brand, the one with tuna in it. This girl. I'm just standing there defeated. Yeah, cat food sounds good. I was actually about to ask you, oh, did you get the laundry done? I need to use the dryer in the morning. I put a load in last night, but think I forgot to add the detergent. I'm done. Actually, I was about to ask you to marry me. She's staring at me with wide eyes. You're going to ask me to marry you right now? Yeah, we're at a fancy restaurant. I have this speech. Oh, that's sweet, but why didn't you tell me? I'm about to explode. Because you kept interrupting me about cats and laundry. She just giggles. You know I love our cat, and I'm a bit OCD about laundry. Yeah, I know. I guess I'll have to ask again later. You can ask me right now if you want. She smiles. I'm still mad, but also relieved that she said yes. I pull the ring out and get down on one knee. So, about the cat food and the laundry. Don't worry, she laughs. We can talk about it later. The ring is beautiful. She says yes. But I'm still thinking about those damn cats. I love you, honey, and I love our cat, but maybe it's time to get a new cat. She just stares at me. You'll be sleeping on the couch. Worth it. It's gonna be a great marriage, but I'm gonna need to talk to her about priorities. Honey, can we discuss cats and laundry after I propose properly? Oh, alright, fine, but don't tell me you're gonna propose at the laundromat. You never know. I swear to God, I love her.